I'm willing to bet that you know someone, in fact several people, who have made the car buying mistake that we're going to talk about today. It has to do with choosing the right dealership for your vehicle purchase. Now, someone out there is saying, choosing the right dealership, how hard could that be? You find the dealership that has the car you want and you go negotiate, right? Oh, hell no. That is a sucker's game. It's also a mistake that can cost you thousands of dollars and ruin your entire car buying experience. And the majority of car buyers don't even give it a second thought. Oh, and we're also going to sprinkle in an exciting announcement. Do I have your attention? Ralphie, roll it. Our tendency as car shoppers is to agonize over choosing the right vehicle. The features, the colors, the number of cup holders. However, we will put little to no energy into making sure that we choose the right dealership. Now, if the car you're after is an absolute unicorn, a one-in-a-million used vehicle that you've been hunting for months, we get it. You have to go where the car is located. But most of us are buying vehicles that are either readily available on dealership lots, or we're placing a factory order and waiting for it to arrive. And that means that most of us should be very picky about who we give our business to. First, the obvious. Google ratings. Which dealership has a 4.5 or even a 4.8? And you're staying clear of anything below a rating of 4. Good start, but take the 15 minutes to dig a little bit deeper, read the comments in that dealership's Google reviews over the last 3 months, and see if you find any patterns. Are there any negative reviews about things like hidden fees, pressure tactics by sales managers, poor communication, deposits being withheld, or a dealership refusing to honor an advertised price? On the positive side, are there any salespeople who are consistently praised for the way that they communicate, for their patience with questions, and for their ability to work through any problems with a sale? Oh, and don't ignore the service department. Even if you have no intention of maintaining your vehicle at that particular dealership, that service department will still be handling your pre-delivery inspection, as well as installing any accessories or winter tires. With less time than most people spend doom scrolling on TikTok, you can learn a great deal about how a dealership treats its customers. Okay, now we're headed to that dealership's website, and more specifically, we're checking out the merchandising of their used vehicles. And yes, you want to do this even if you're buying a brand new vehicle. During my 10 years marketing for dealership groups, I've learned that there's a direct correlation between the effort that a dealership puts into advertising the used vehicles on their website and how they run their business as a whole. So what are we looking for? Do they have good photos of their used cars? And are those cars clean inside and out? Do all the vehicles have detailed descriptions? And can you find the vehicle history reports right on the listing? Sloppy used car merchandising means that dealership likely has sloppy processes in general. You also want to pay attention to how they display their pricing. Do they break down all dealership fees and add-on products? Remember, here in the province of Ontario, dealers who advertise pricing are required to show an all-in price. That includes all fees and added products, basically everything except taxes and licensing. It means that a car buyer should be able to go into a dealership and purchase a vehicle at that advertised price with no extra charges. Actually, you're within your rights to demand it. You also want to watch out for dealerships where the majority of their vehicles only say, "call for pricing." That means that dealer does not want to get locked into a price that they will have to honor, and they would prefer to see how far they can push you when you finally arrive at the store. Now, quickly, we have an exciting announcement to share before we get to that costly and common mistake when choosing a car dealership. You may already know that you can go to carzuka.ca to learn a great deal about each step of your car buying journey. And you can join our Carzuka community forum to ask a question or share your buying experiences, good or bad. All of that is completely free. But we're kicking things up a notch now. We're truly excited to tell you that we've launched a new service for our first-time car buyers and anyone who needs a little extra help with their vehicle purchase. It's called Ask Carzuka, where you can book a one-on-one video consultation with me or any one of our automotive retail experts to answer all your questions about your personal vehicle purchase. Just head to carzuka.ca and click the Ask Carzuka button. So what is that costly mistake that the majority of car buyers make when choosing a dealership? That mistake is walking into a dealership cold on whatever day of the week because that's simply the day that you had available to go buy a car. We've said it before, and I'll say it again. Buying a car is not like buying a toaster oven. If you wander into a dealership on your day off, hoping that you'll find the right options and pricing, that's like putting on a chicken suit with a giant target on your back. If you remember only one thing from this video, it should be this. When you're buying a car, you don't just choose the dealership. You want to also take the opportunity to choose your salesperson. By walking into a dealership cold, you're robbing yourself of your very first point of control. And it's a point of control that will decide if you have a positive experience or if it's all about to go to hell. You see, when you first arrive at the dealership, the lovely person at reception is going to get your name, your email address, and your phone number at the very least. Then, the next salesperson in the rotation at that dealership gets the next up. Yeah, that's you. That's what they call you, an up. Because, well, you're up.
Come on!
And you will have zero clue as to whether that next salesperson in the rotation is new to the industry, if they're knowledgeable about the vehicles, if they have any pride in what they do, or if they're just a complete banana.
It's peanut butter jelly time!
But that person is now tasked with providing you with a decent car buying experience. You might as well chuck a lawn dart up into the air and hope for the best.
I lost it in the sun!
Instead, here's the simple strategy that we recommend. When you're doing that 15 minutes of online research about a particular dealership, take note of the salespeople who have been consistently praised by customers over the last 3 months. Then go find that salesperson on the store's staff page and send them an email with the details about the car you're interested in purchasing and request a test drive. Oh, and we have a whole separate video about all the reasons why you want to separate your test drive day from the day you actually make your vehicle purchase. It will save you from a monstrous headache and limit the amount of time that you actually have to spend at the dealership. Ralphie will link it in the description. Now, pay attention to how quickly that salesperson gets back to you. Did they answer your specific questions? Was their response detailed or rushed? Did they plan to follow up with you? If you find a good salesperson, you will be amazed at how much of the sales process you can bang out before you even set foot in the dealership. In fact, there's no reason to put yourself in a position where you're waiting for hours in a dealership while the salesperson and the sales manager play that back and forth game trying to answer all of your questions. That nonsense is out of the 1950s. And here's another pro tip about making sure you choose the right dealership. And it's simply to do a little recon. One day after you're done at work or on a Saturday, just take a leisurely walk through that dealership. You can go through the service entrance so no one asks you for any information. Now, take a slow stroll through the service area and the showroom. What does the place look like? Is it organized or is it cluttered? Do the staff look stressed or are things pretty orderly? Take note of anything that makes you feel uneasy. Again, you can learn a lot about how a dealership does business simply by the atmosphere in the building. Now, I know Rodney's out there, leaning back in his chair, saying, "Why are you making all of this so complicated? You just go in and you talk to a guy." This is why. The dealership you end up choosing will influence your negotiations. They will control your application for financing. They will control all the paperwork, as well as your trade appraisal and the delivery. Why in heavens would you spend tens of thousands of dollars only to be disappointed in the whole process because you acted like someone buying a toaster oven?
What are you buying a toaster for anyway? Ours is still good.
No, it's not!
At the end of the day, dealerships and salespeople that do their best to treat their customers well deserve to be rewarded with your business. The ones that do it poorly deserve to fail. If, like Rodney, you're just going to wing it on a Saturday morning, there's a good chance that you'll end up joining the tens of thousands of car buyers who have a negative story to tell about their dealership experience. Please don't be a Rodney.
I don't get no respect at all.
And please take a moment to give us a like and subscribe so we can reach more car buyers just like you. As always, thank you so much for coming along for the ride.